I would not be making this video if this wasn't the juiciest haul ever. Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing very nice. I'm sending a lot of hugs and positivity to all of you. Hi, if you're new, welcome to the channel. I really hope you enjoy the content, and if you do, please do consider subscribing. This is the first haul of 2024. I am so excited. I really did not want to make this video because I had decided to not buy a lot of books, and I have not bought a lot of that's a lie. I have bought a lot of books, but things just aligned themselves in a way where I had to buy a lot of books. And apart from that, you guys, Vasundhara has spoiled me on New Year's. In all, it's literally the best, juiciest haul ever. Without any further ado, let's dive right into it. The first is none other than The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which I bought just day before yesterday or something like that. I went on a spree and I bought a few books because honestly, January hasn't been the most exciting for me till now. I have been awkward to even film videos. That is not the point of this video. The point is that because I'm going through such a time, one of the things that was getting me joy is to get new books, and I had some coupons here and there, and so it's not like I spent a lot of my money, but I also got a lot of new books, and this is one of them. I just knew that I had to get this one because I have been eyeing it since so long and I want to get into dark academia. I always put this in my cart and then I remove it because of some or the other reason. So I thought that, you know what, right now I have the money, this is the chance, and it was at a certain discount. I think I got it for around 350-360 rupees, which also is rare. I'm excited to have it. I'm excited to have both Donna Tartt books because they're both on my TBR and now I can read them. Next book, I am so insanely excited about this next book, and that is Finlay Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead, which is the second part in Finlay Donovan is Killing It. I am obsessed with this book, and I loved the ending of this book so insanely much because it was a complete shocker. Like the entire book a little bit predictable here and there, but the ending a complete shocker, like the epilogue, and that sets you up for the second book. And now I have the second book and I cannot wait to see what that ending meant, and I finally get to read it. I'm probably going to read it this month itself as soon as possible. I'm actually reading one of the other books that I got in this pile itself, but as soon as I'm done reading that, I think this will be the next book I pick, and I cannot wait. I seriously cannot wait, and this looks so cute together. Next we have Lives Not Lived by Monica Bhatti. This is the story of Hari and Naina. I really hope that's how you take the name, Hari and Naina, who are going through some struggles. The struggles are very similar to each other, and they are both trying to survive everything and anything that they're going through. It has very intense topics, but I think it also talks about things that I think should be talked about, and so I got the book. I do like this cover. It is not the happiest cover honestly, but I think it depicts what the book is about very well, and I have already read the book and I really enjoyed it in a way where I just felt like it's a very important story to be told. I'll talk more about it in the wrap up. But this is the next book that I got. Next, yet again, so exciting, and I have already finished reading the book. I got it, I ripped it open, and the next thing I did was sit on my bed and start reading it, forget about everything else, and I read it at night, and it was just creepier that way. And the book is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I have been feeling like I am in sort of a slump right now, like since the beginning of the year. I think after Malibu Rising, I have not been able to read a book properly, and I think that this book may just have taken me out of the slump. Alice Feeney cannot go wrong, and I am so glad to own another book by her. This also has a lot of marriage drama in it, like a coupley marriage drama, and you guys know I love that. Now I was also going to get Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney instead of Finlay Donovan, but then Daisy Darker I don't think is about a couple and things like that, and so I thought of buying this and then buying Finlay Donovan's second book. I already know the next book that I'm going to buy by the author, which is I Know Where You Are, and I can assure you Alice Feeney is becoming sort of like an auto-buy author for me, that I am going to buy the entire backlist of her books, and if she comes out with a book, I am buying it. I am in love with Alice Feeney. Next, I dived into a new world. I have never ever read books like this, but I saw a few reels and some quotes on Instagram, and I was just like, oh my god, what is this? Let me just see what the book is about and things like that. And then it turned out to be really interesting, so I got this one, which is Letters to Milena by Kafka, Franz Kafka. This is a collection of letters from Franz Kafka to the one muse and love of his life. I don't know if she's the love of his life, but the muse of his life. And I read some of the quotes and it is so beautiful. Not just that, I just want to start reading more Kafka books. I think if you want to become like a classic reader, I think Kafka books can be good, because this one is so interesting and it is easy to read from what I read, and it's in the format of letters, which I think makes it easy to consume. And I have the book The Trials by Franz Kafka, which is very short and very interesting, and I am eyeing the book Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, which is about this man that wakes up to be a huge bug. And I just feel like books by Kafka have this very unique, very not exciting, very philosophical, psychological aspects to them, and I love reading such books. I was also thinking that I should make that Metamorphosis sort of like a gift for myself when I finish The Trial and this one. Only then I can buy that. I have been using this system for myself that if I want to get a book by the same author that I already have books of but I have not read those books, I first need to finish those books and then get that book. For example, I am reading the Avatar series. I am so excited to read the Throne of Glass series, but for that I want to test it out first and read Assassin's Blade first. But I am not buying it because I want to finish the Avatar series and get Assassin's Blade as a reward for myself. This way I am finishing the books that I already own, and it is just way more exciting to get the next book. Next up, we have Check-In Mate by Ali Hazelwood, which is the first YA novel that she has written, and thanks to Vasundhara for gifting this to me on New Year. I have it now. I was desperate for this. I was waiting for an opportunity to buy it. I cannot wait to read this book. The only reason I've not read it is because I'm going to read it for a video, and I want to finish the Avatar video so I can jump into this new video. And so I have kept it sort of like at the back of the TBR cart in a place where I can't see it, because I'm feeling like FOMO, like strong FOMO that I've not read this book yet, even though I have it. It is like Ali Hazelwood YA, two of my most favorite things ever. I think it can turn out to be an amazing experience, or I'll be really disappointed. Next, again Vasundhara gifted this one to me. It is The Light We Lost by Jill Santopolo. As you can see, I have already read the book. I read it as soon as I opened it the same day because I have been so excited about this too. I feel like this was one of the books that it was popular at a certain time, but at that time I was not into books, and then it was not popular, so I've not seen a lot of people talk about it right now. But I saw what the premise is like and it felt like something that I will enjoy a lot, which is why as soon as I got it, I read it. It had been on my wish list since so long, and Vasundhara gifted it to me. I am so grateful yet again. I did enjoy the book. I did put in a lot of tabs, and this book did make me think a lot. There's just so much I love about this book, but the characters were just making choices that I did not agree with. I am happy to own it. Next, I bought On the Shortness of Life by Seneca, which is a very short, tiny book. I got this book because as soon as I came back from Goa, I was like, as I said, like I've a million times and like 10,000 videos till now, that I was feeling strong FOMO, and I was feeling like I want to live like I lived in Goa forever. You know, I want to have those days again and again because of how I felt in Goa. And I was feeling like, oh my god, life is too short. What am I doing? So many things going on in my mind. And at the exact moment, I saw Kriti's reel where she is talking about this book. So because of her recommendation, I got this book. She did not directly recommend it to me, but whatever she talked about in that reel made me feel like this is the book I need right now. Like I literally need right now. And so I instantly bought it. I'll link her reel in the description. You can check it out for yourself and see if it is something that you need too. I'm so excited to read it, and I'm so happy that it is such a short book. It's funny, but I keep thinking like the author knew the people who are going to read this book obviously think that life is too short, and so he made the book small so the reader does not feel like they're spending too much time of their short life on the book. Pretty sure Senka was not thinking about this stuff, but I just have these thoughts in my head. Next up, I received Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett, yet again by one of you guys, Shweta. Thank you so much for this book. This one was a Christmas gift by her and I took it to Goa with myself. It was wrapped as a gift, so I did not know that it is this book, but I did take it to Goa with myself and I read a little bit of it and it was so cozy and so cute. And cozy fantasy is one of my new explored genres, especially after Legends and Lattes, and I really want to read more of that. So I'm so excited to have this book. Though, as I said, I have been feeling like I'm in a reading slump, and so I did not continue with the book because I have not continued with actually a lot of books because I don't want to dump my slump on them. There's so less going on and the stakes are so low that it is very easy to get bored. I don't know if that is the case in this, but I just feel like it would be the case in this book, and so I decided to just keep it for some time and read it for the same video in which I'm reading Check and Me. And talking about the same video, another book that I'm going to read in that video is The Book of Everlasting Things by Anchal Malhotra, which was another gift for New Year's from one of you guys, Susmita. Thank you so much. She actually went through a little bit of a struggle to give this book to me because of some issues that were happening, so I'm so grateful that she did. And this book is literally gorgeous. Also, Anchal, hi. When I put a story of this book, that I got this book or that I'm about to receive this book, so many of you guys messaged me saying that this is going to be incredible. When this book came out, I did request for it from the publisher, but the copies were not available, so I did not get it and it just slipped my mind. But now I have it, and this is going to be the first book that I read in that other video that I was talking about. So I'm so excited. I have no idea what this book is about. I am only reading it because you sent it to me, and obviously I had my eye on it. That is another thing because it does seem like a book that I will enjoy. And the last book that I'll be reading in that video, sorry, I don't know how all of the books just align themselves into like back-to-back thing. We have, oh my god, we have Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Vasundhara yet again gifted this to me for New Year's along with the other two books. I am so grateful, so grateful. It has the sprayed edges, the gorgeous sprayed edges, the gold foiling. This is like rose gold foiling cover, the map, everything. It is beautiful, it is gorgeous. Fourth Wing is not my most favorite book ever, but you guys have seen it if you watched the vlog. I did enjoy it so much. The ending was a little bit underwhelming because I don't know why, somewhere or the other I sort of expected that it will happen. Anyways, that's not the point here. The point is that after reading that, I really wanted to read this, but because the third book is not out, I was like, okay, I'll just take my time to get it. But Vasundhara darling just sent it to me. So thank you so much. Now I get to read it as soon as possible. Next, I received My Husband by Maud Ventura from Penguin India. This is the story of a wife and a husband. Wife and husband couple thrillers. Oh my god, I love them. I love them too much. I have another book in my shelf which I'm going to read. I think I'm going to read only this in January, like after Akuta or something. I don't know. It's the only thing that I'm finding interesting right now. This is another book like that where the husband, whenever he does something, the wife punishes him little by little, and then she crosses certain limits. Now, I have an idea what it means to cross certain limits, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to commit to anything to you guys or to myself. Not going to have any expectations, but I read that description. I read what this book is about, and I was like, oh my god, I need it. Like, I desperately need it. So I requested for it and I got it, and I am so excited. It's also very thin. Next up, Chai sent me a book for that other Goa video that I was doing. Unfortunately, I was not able to get to it, but he did send it to me, and it's the most adorable thing ever. It is Finding Us Again by Francois Case. I really hope I'm taking the name right. Look at that cute, adorable cover. It just feels like such a cute summery read. It is not summers right now, or spring actually. It's not spring or summer right now, so I'll probably not read it right now, though it would have been perfect to read in Goa. So points to Chai for that. And I'm just so annoyed that I did not get a chance to read it when I was in Goa, but I cannot wait to get to it because I read the blurb and it just sounds like something I will enjoy so much. It is a romance novel and it sounds adorable. It sounds painful but also adorable. Next up, Penguin India actually sent me sort of like a gift for New Year's, and I'm so grateful for it. They sent me other stuff also, which is there in another video, but along with that they also sent me the hardcover version of The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, which has sprayed midnight blue edges and speechless. I am speechless. Midnight Library is one of my most favorite books ever. I do think that the writing is a little bit cliche, but I had one of the best experiences reading it, and I love the concept, and I just really like the book. And now I have it in this beautiful edition. I don't know if Midnight Library was on my rereading list or not, but since I have received this copy, I am desperate, like literally desperate to get like silver tabs, read this entire book and tab it with silver tabs, so that it's like, you know, it's midnight blue and the silver things are the stars and stuff, the other celestial bodies in the edges. How pretty will that look, and how lucky am I to have this? Next are, I think, all of the books that I got from Goa when I was in Goa. The first book is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. This is for a video that I am doing. So many of these books are for videos that I'm doing, so you know, I mean, I have to do that. The only books that I got that are not for videos are the 5 books that I bought. Apart from that, you'll see it's either for a video or one of you gave it to me. I'm trying to buy less books. I'm not gonna tell you which video it is, just wait for it, but it is for a certain video that I was doing in Goa itself. I only bought the first book because I only had the money for the first book, because I bought so many books in Goa unexpected. Not so many. If you go to a place for 1 week and you come back with like 4 or 5 books, that's a lot of books. I don't know what it's about, but it's YA. The cover is actually a tiny edition of the series, and I do want to watch the series too. I've just heard mixed reviews about it. Some people say that it's like literally the best thing ever, and some people say that it's the most juvenile thing ever. So I'm excited to read it and see what it is like. It was not on my list at all. If it was not for that video, I would never have bought this book, but I did, and that is sort of the point of the video. So let's see what that's like. Next we have A Nearly Normal Family by M.T. Edwardson. This is a very old copy, as you will see, with the spots and everything on the book. And the reason that I still have it is not because I bought it. It is because there was this very secret place behind a bookshelf in Goa where I spent a lot of my time, and I spent New Year's Eve over there. And just the fact that it was behind a bookshelf, like, and it had like that secret door and all that, it was too good. And so I just wanted to take one book from that shelf as a remembrance that I spent my New Year's Eve over there, or I experienced something like that. And I asked the people over there what would it cost me to buy one of the books on the shelf, because I couldn't just like I did not just pick it up and come, okay? I did not do that. So I asked one of those people over there, and he was so sweet. He was like, which book do you want? And I was like, this one, because I had already inspected all of the books, and I was ready to pay any price because it's just going to be a special experience. Even if I don't read the book, it's too special for me. I'm going to remember so many things because of this book. I just love buying books at certain events to remember that event. I look at that book and I go right back to that event. And then he was like, you can have it for free. And I was like, oh my god, really? And this was in the beginning of New Year Eve. I was like, oh my god, my New Year Eve is already made. I thanked him so much. He actually stayed back to give this book to me after the night ended, even though everybody was gone. He was literally the sweetest man ever. I am so grateful. So I got this one. I think it's a story of like a daughter that has committed a murder, but now we get to see if she only committed the murder or not, something like that. Next is Who Ate the First Oyster by Cody Cassidy. Another very sweet story behind it, which you will see in the video, because this is also for that video where I read The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I'm not gonna tell you guys. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm not gonna tell you. I got it for that video, and there's a story behind it, and I must say that it is signed. That's all I'll tell you. Who is it signed by? You will see when you watch that video. And I also got a bookmark actually from there only, which I think is really pretty. So this is yet again something that I would never buy on my own, just like The Summer I Turned Pretty, but I did. I bought it, and you will see why. Next up we have I Fell in Love with Hope by Lang Kelly. My brother actually bought this book from Crossword from the bookstore before we went to Goa. Grateful to him that he got it. I don't know when I'll be reading it. It is on my TBR, not of 2024 or things like that, but it was on my TBR of 2023. Now 2023 is over does not mean I don't read the books on my TBR of 2023, so I'm excited to have it. Next up we have At Certain Points We Touch by Lauren John Joseph, which I got from Goa from Champaka bookstores. The cover really attracted me to it, the black and whiteness and the yellow title and everything about it. I do wish that the title was black, but I do understand that it's done for marketing purposes or something, so it's fine. I was not supposed to get any book in Goa except for the 2 books that I got, but this was just a book that I could not miss out on, and I just wanted to buy at least 1 book from Champaka because I like to support bookstores and those businesses, and so I got it. This one sounds like a book that is about love, not romance, but love, but also love that is lost, and I love that. I crave that. I am just hoping, like I felt the vibes that it is something like Alone With You in the Ether, and I'm just hoping it is something like that. That will be awesome. Next we have The Cloisters by Katie Hayes, which Smriti very kindly sent it. Smriti very kindly sent this to me for the Goa video that I was doing. I opened it over there. I was so excited to read it, and I know what this book is about, and I read like 50 or 60 pages, and it's so interesting, very out of the box. I don't know if I've ever read something like this, but yet again, because I was feeling slumpy, I dropped the book. I think it is one of the most gorgeous books ever, and it depicts what the book is about so well. This book is about this one woman who's facing a lot of problems, and then she goes to, I think, New York, and over there she starts working with a group at Met. That group is called The Cloisters. I am not clear on the facts because I've not read the entire book. One book I received yesterday only is The Later Adventures of Hanuman by Amit Majumdar. This book just straight up took me back to, wait, what grade was I in? Like 4th or 3rd or 4th standard, where you used to have those scholastic, I don't remember the name properly, fairs in school, and they were book fairs, and you could buy whichever book you wanted. And I remember buying a book called like The Adventures of Hanuman or some book like that. I keep saying that I was not a reader when I was a kid, but when I really look back at my childhood, I've read a lot of books. I have not read the typical fantasy books, but I have read a lot of books. For example, one of them was this, and I remember enjoying it so much. And there was this story in that book that I still think about, where Sita ji was putting sindoor and Hanuman ji was like, why are you doing that? And she's like, because I love Rama. And then Hanuman ji loves Rama so much that he just covers himself up completely with sindoor to show how much he loves it. I'm like, that is so cute and nice, and I remember it stuck with me. As soon as I saw this book, I was like, oh my god, is it going to be something like that? So I got it, and I am so excited to read it. It has taken me right back to my childhood. And with that, we come towards the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and this haul was as juicy for you as juicy it was for me to receive all of these books. I have read some of them already, and I can't wait to read others. So many of them are going to be in vlogs. You'll see it already, so do look out for them too. I'll see you guys again very soon. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of the good things if you enjoyed. Bye.